Hello, Leo. Welcome to Don Williams Tarot. I hope this message finds you well. I'm doing great, thank you. This message is for Sun, Moon, or Rising placements in the sign of Leo. So if you have those placements, this message may be for you. Keep in mind this is a general reading, not a one-on-one reading, so not all the messages may resonate. So take what does and leave what doesn't. If you've got something big going on in your life that you need clarity or insight on, I do provide private readings, so my information is in the description box below. So today, what I plan to do is I'm going to pull a card from the Spirit Animal deck. This is in conjunction with an offer that I currently have available on my website at donwilliamstarot.com. Should you be interested in learning more about how the animal totems are working with you at this time to help you progress on your spiritual path. Whatever energies come up for you specifically in this reading are not assigned animals to you. So even though you might be working with this animal energy at this time, be aware that it isn't a totem that is assigned to you that is working with you for life. It's just through this phase of whatever it is that you're creating, manifesting, whatever your challenges may be. One of the good things about pulling one of these cards is then you can get a flavor to see exactly how the 9 totem animals that I provide as a option for a reading for you can be used to help you navigate, understand your own personal personality, as well as some of your weaknesses and your strengths that each of these animals represent that can help you navigate your path. Okay. And then after I pull this card, I'm going to do just a normal little quick read out for you to let you know what other messages Spirit has for you. So I'm just going to go, I've already shuffled, I've got everything ready for you. So I'm just going to take myself off camera and we're going to begin your reading. If you're new to my channel, I absolutely would love it if you would like and subscribe. I do private readings as well. And I do live readings on YouTube only at this time. So you are invited as a subscriber to come in and ask a question. Okay, so right off the bat, let me put my glasses on so I can read the card. And your card, oh, wow. This is amazing, you guys. Okay, Leo. So the Leo energy that you're working with is hawk energy. And the hawk is actually considered a very sacred animal to the indigenous kingdom, the indigenous tribes, because they can fly way up in the sky, close to Great Spirit, right? So many of the indigenous tribes look at hawk as the messengers of the gods or the messengers of uh, Great Spirit. And what's beautiful about this card is so some of the other keywords associated with this card, other than just messenger, is of course messages. And it's also the energy of courage. There is a level of swiftness. Have you ever seen hawks dive into the water to get fish? It's quite fascinating to look at their ferocity, their excellent vision, right? They have extraordinary vision, and from their very high vantage point, they have the ability to see a lot of things that other people cannot see. So you tapping into this hawk energy is allowing you to see things very clearly that you might not have been able to see clearly before. The other thing about hawks is that, if you think about the hawk's shrill cry, I don't know if you've ever heard a hawk. I have. I lived in the mountains and we had hawks that used to just fly overhead all the time. But when they would send out that shrill cry. It's really a warning, right? To bring awareness to your surroundings. So it's kind of that energy of bringing awareness to your surroundings, ensuring that you are aware of everything going on around you. So you have a high level of insight, you have a higher level of awareness. And then also the thing about hawks is that hawks mate for life. And, and they take very good care of their young. And they create a very strong and secure nest way up out of harm's way. So they have very few incidences where they lose their babies. But at the same time, their babies can fall out of the nest if the mother or the father are not paying real close attention. So, I mean, it isn't like they don't have some kind of thing that is a predator to them. At the same time, they're very optimistic. The indigenous tribes consider them very optimistic animals. Also, one of the things that they are sharing with me at this time is that if you allow your emotions to get too overwhelming, that it can prevent you from seeing clearly. So it's really kind of that call of keeping your emotions in check. Try to keep as neutral as possible. Recognize that because you have this hawk energy working with you, that, the wind is also a power for you and can also be a guide for you. The other thing is that it's really saying that you are stronger than you realize. You have the ability to be able to reach the sky in any endeavor that you wish to pursue. It's also saying that you are braver than you think and that you're wiser than you know. Now, some of the other key words associated with the messenger, hawk messenger information here is they are very intense. Hawks can be very intense. They're very focused. They have clear sight. They have a high level of fidelity because they only mate once with their mate, and they stay with that mate till death. They also have a higher level of purpose in terms of the way that the indigenous tribes look at them because they are considered messengers of the gods. So it's really asking you to use your discernment. And then some other energies too associated with hawk energy is this can be saying that you are a natural speaker, that you communicate clearly. It's also about sharing your wisdom. It's also asking you to be very observant of everything. And it says that you notice all the details. And the last thing, too, is about speaking your truth and integrity because you are connected with this beautiful messenger card. I love it. I absolutely love this card for you, um, Leo. Okay, so the other energies coming in for you to look at, we have the Seven of Wands. So, of course, the Seven of Wands represents Leo energy. So you're showing up in your own reading. We have the Justice card here, which that is your first major arcana. The Star, your second major arcana. Ten of Wands, happy home, happy life. And your last card is the Hanged Man. So you do have three major arcanas here out of your five cards. This Seven of Wands energy for me is my card of success. It is my card of recognition. So this can be energy that's coming towards you in your job space. Maybe you have worked on a project or you have worked on something that has brought you some accolades and you're getting that recognition and attention. At the same time, you can see she is protecting her space here. So it is saying that you're going to want to ground and protect your space as well for whatever's coming towards you. It can be a little bit of a challenge, right? So can be challenging energy when you feel as though you're getting this recognition and yet you have haters that are jealous, right? So that jealousy energy can be associated with this Seven of Wands. The sevens are about gaining experience and gaining confidence. Of course, the Wands is your own fiery energy, and this seven does represent Leo. So so this is talking about your inspiration, your creativity, your motivation, and your passions. And it's saying that you're having a very creative and motivational energy flowing to you at this time for you to be able to continue moving forward. Also, it is a sign to continue to share your ideas. This is really about your self expression, and not everybody is going to get you, but that's okay, because I feel as though if you keep yourself in your protective bubble and you're coming from your highest level of vibration, because you can soar here to the sky, I feel that you're going to be just fine. And it's really confirming your ability to soar higher, that you're really getting downloads from spirit and to focus on your priorities. Now, your next card coming in, which is your next steps, is the Justice card. Now, for me, the Justice card is always about you speaking your truth. Again, truth and integrity with the Hawk Messenger card. So it's confirming that same level of insight and energy for you. The Justice for me is truth and being on the right path. So this is saying you have aligned with your heart, with your higher self, with your soul tribe up above, right? That energy that is coming in as making you a a spirit having a human experience. Now, the Justice also is your card of awakening. Be aware of your surroundings. Again, it's telling you need to be very observant at this time. For one, you don't want to find yourself in any type of a legal situation. Also, you want to protect your space. There is a lot of stuff going on the planet at this time, and it just seems that having a heightened sense of awareness is going to help you. The last thing that I'd like to share about this is, we are talking about cause and effect and integrity with this card. So it's really talking about potentially, looking at things very fairly. It can also represent karmic legalities as well. So you may be clearing up some of those areas for yourself, but this is your next step. So I do feel as though you do have the karmic justice on your side. And so I would just be aware that that energy is coming in big and strong. Now, in your obstacles position is one of my favorite cards, is the Star card. Typically, the Star card is my card of your expectations being fulfilled, wishes being fulfilled, healing from deep traumatic experiences, healing from trauma. It can represent trauma that has happened within this lifetime. It can also represent you calling back all the fragments from other lifetimes that may be triggers for you that are allowing you to heal. But this is in your obstacles position, so I have to read it as though the card is upside down. And so what that really is saying is that um, you know, she is about healing after trauma. So it could be that you still have a ways to go. And it's also talking about your long-term plans and goals. So it may feel as though maybe something has come in that is giving you pause. Maybe you have an idea as to the direction you were meant to go, but now you're being sidetracked in some area. At the same time, again, that Hawk Messenger information is coming through very strongly. If you come in as though you are that star, instead of the girl sitting on the ground waiting for the energy to come to her, I feel as though you're going to have a lot more insight as to how to navigate this obstacle. And at the same time, this star is also talking about renewed hope. So it feels as though some of you may be feeling hopeless. Maybe you have done some deep dives and you're looking at some bigger events that are happening in the US or happening wherever it is that you live, and you're not aligning with that energy, that it's causing some triggers to happen. It's causing you to shut down. It may be causing you to really evaluate things, and which is causing that star energy to be reversed. Now, as you are able to look at that self in a more neutral kind of an energetic look, I think that it will allow that open and honesty to come forward. It will also allow you to look at things as opportunities and allow those wishes and expectations to be granted for you. But I do feel as though there is something that you need to overcome with the, the energy of this star being in the reversed position. And that can also be a loss of faith, right? It can be your diminished hope. So really think about that. This can also feel as though there is some level of disappointment or a level of despair associated. And then recognize, is that energy truly your energy, or is it a situation where you are picking up on the energies around you or the energies of the collective? I ran into that same experience last week, and boy, it took me a little while to get through it. And I recognize, yeah, this is not all my stuff, but that energy is there. So, Spirit wants you to be aware. Now, the beautiful energy coming in is this 10 of Cups energy. I love the 10 of Cups for you. The 10 of Cups, of course, is that energy of community. It is my card of love and soulmates. It is talking about harmony and relationships and family. And it's talking about your divine connections. So again, you are hearing God's word. You are very much connected to the God of your heart. You are bringing a lot of love, joy, happiness, good feelings in your relationships. It isn't as though you don't have obstacles to overcome, because we all will have obstacles to overcome. But at this time, it feels as though there is a lot of harmony. There is a lot of, feelings of living in a state of bliss or living in a state of oneness within your family, and also just loving the relationships that you have in your life at this time. This is also my card of having open hearted conversations, as well allowing yourself heart expansions and heart expressions as much as possible. So allow this energy just to come in and sweep away any of that energy that is holding you back. So I feel as though it's really championing this energy here with that obstacle of that losing hope, that will allow that energy to flip around for you. Your final outcome card is the Hanged Man, another major arcana. You might be feeling as though you are stuck, or that you have a delay in some area or aspect of your life. Now, the Hangman for me is my card of just allowing yourself to surrender, allowing yourself to realize that this is a major arcana card. Spirit is bringing this delay into your life for a reason. You cannot fight being in the hangman position. You just have to allow. So, Leo, as strong as you are, because you are as strong as an ox and you are as fiery as a lion, it's really saying that you just need to relax. You need to allow your guidance to bring you the epiphanies that Spirit is wanting to bring forward for you, the breakthroughs that Spirit wants to bring forward for you, so that you can be released from your hanged man position and move forward. Now, the other thing about the hangman is that this is about allowing and understanding that you brought yourself to this hangman position. You are surrendering to the guidance of your higher self. And it's also saying that you're sacrificing a moment in your life to gain knowledge and wisdom. And that's exactly what she's doing. She's reaching for that knowledge. She's reaching for that wisdom so she can acclimate it, implement it, and bring it into her life and own it as her own knowledge, her own experience, her own expression as well. So overall, it looks really good here for you, Leo. I feel as though there isn't really any big major things that you are working through. And the biggest message, of course, of all is working with that hawk energy, having that higher perspective. So when you're feeling that you're bogged down in the weeds and you can't get off of that hanged man kind of energy there. Know that the hawk will bring your awareness to that place that is going to bring you the insights and the answers that you are looking for. Let me put myself back on view. I actually really love your reading. You know, we are working through some really difficult times here in October as we're progressing to our elections here in the United States. Stuff is just coming left and right. I mean, we are just really juggling a lot. So if you can allow yourself to ground, allow yourself the ability to be able to soar as well. Listen to the messages that your spirit, that the God of your heart is sharing with you. You are going to be golden, Leo. Thank you again for being here. I look forward to our next reading together. And until then, take very good care of yourself. Cheers.